Good morning, travelers. Today is January 9th, 2017, and I'm laughing because they've been giving me hell over in the Facebook group because every time I post a video, I've got the wrong date on it. So I'm still in December, but it is January 9th today, 2017, and I cannot believe already the first week of January is gone. But anyway, here we are. Um, I hadn't planned on doing a reading today. I'm trying to finish up some work that I'm still dragging with me into 2016, and I really want to get it over and done with. But anyway, some months back, I purchased the Sherlock Holmes Tarot deck, and I made a post about it some time ago. And when I purchased it, I've been looking at the deck for a year, and when I purchased it, I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fan, and I purchased it, and when I opened it up, I didn't understand the language in which it was speaking to me. And most definitely, each deck has its own language. So I wanted to bring this deck out in 2017. So I was sitting here just now and saying, well, let me take a look at it and see if, it's about learning the deck. And I did not, when I opened the deck up, did not understand the language in which it was speaking. And so suddenly today, the deck has decided to speak to me in a manner in which I can understand it, but also decided to preview itself. So I had already laid the cards out, and I had to move the stuff around again, so that's why they're like this. But I'm going to show you the cards as they came out. Ten of Wands. Can you see that? That's a guy surrounded by fire. This is the Seven of Coins. The Two of Coins. This is 10 cards. The Ten of Swords. The Ace of Coins. Now, right off the bat, that should tell you something. The Hermit. Okay. So I was looking at this and I was like, well, okay. That kind of, I understand what that story is. But it begged to be fleshed out. There was something missing. So I put down, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 12-card spread. 6 more cards. I have the page of the Knight of Coins here. The Page of Coins here. The Four, no, wait. No, this is the Knight of Cups. I'm sorry. The suits always throw me. This is the Page of Cups. Okay, follow along now. It's just the way the symbols are, they kind of throw me off. This is the Four of Coins. Can you see that? This is the Ten of Cups. Okay. The Chariot. Thank God the major arcana look the way they're supposed to. And then I have the Page. Is this the Page? This is the Page of, is this the Page? Yes. The, the Page of Coins. So wait a minute. The Knight, the Peeler. It's just a weird, where's my book? Let me check out what the Peeler is, because I don't know if that's a page or not. Hold on. And I'm gonna read you those cards again. So The minor arcana. Y'all know, I know some of y'all hate me using the damn books, but I really don't care. Okay. Ah, this is the King of Cups. That's what that is. The Inspector is the King of Cups. The Peeler is the Knight of Cups. Here we go. This is the Knight of Cups. And this is the Page of Coins. So let me start over. I have the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Coins, the Two of Coins, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Coins, the Hermit, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Four of Coins, Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and then the Page of Coins. Now what's interesting is when I turn the deck over, the wild card was at the bottom. This is the giant rat of Sumatra, and he has absolutely no meaning in this deck. But it refers back to a couple of cases that Sherlock Holmes had in Sumatra, which Dr. Watson never chronicled. He said it was too horrific for anybody to even know the details. So this card can really either represent the person that this spread is speaking about or the situation. Or it could just simply be, I don't know. So let me tell you what I see here. There's a lot of fire in this. We do see there's electric lights in some places. Gas light, electric lights. This is an electric light. Okay, and this is a Ten of Cups. So we know just from the card and the imagery on it that these people are wealthy. The story behind this particular card is that this couple's son was kidnapped, and Sherlock Holmes and Watson solved the case, and they returned the child home. The child comes from a very, very wealthy background. Across the top row, this Ten of Wands, this is somebody surrounded by fire. And I don't necessarily feel that it is a situation in which the person does not see their way out. I think the person is involved in I want to say it's more of it's not a battle. It's just a heated situation. Okay? But as you can see, he's surrounded by fire all alone. Now what's interesting is the next card, which is the Seven of Coins, we see Sherlock Holmes down fanning. This was the case about a man who supposedly died to gain insurance money and what have you. But it turned out he'd been living in the house all along, and Sherlock Holmes smoked him out. To me, this represents where there's smoke, there's fire, but now I think the fire is being slowly extinguished, and some things are being revealed, or some people are starting to become clear, or people are starting to not clear, but you're starting to become aware of the presence of someone. Let's put it that way. We can see the figure is rather shadowy there. But if we look at the story of the case, we know that Sherlock knows exactly who that person is. So this is a situation in which I think a person is themselves feel as though they've been through the fire. And now that the it's starting to extinguish itself or be put out, but there's still a lot of smoke and mirrors around it. A lot of confusion, a lot of gray areas. And the person has a choice they have to make, because I have this Two of Coins. I would assume, because Watson is standing behind him, that this person has some kind of backup or support system. But yet, because it's a coins, which represents the practicality of the doing of the work, the person is not sure what they should be doing right now. But this Ten of Swords really speaks to, number one, I think someone's been betrayed, or they're finding out that someone that they were involved with in some capacity has been putting the smoke or the wool over their eyes. They were really wrapped up in it, okay? They were burning in it. Sometimes fire is about desire and passion and emotions, but it can also represent the great purifier. So it's almost like the cards are saying that whatever this situation is, someone was really, really wrapped up in it. There was a lot of emotion, passion, and desire behind it, but now the smoke is starting to clear. And what was shadowy before, that they weren't seeing before, it's still kind of off in the distance, but now they're aware of it. They're aware of it. They're looking at it, okay? But they still don't quite know what to do. This Ten of Swords is, to me, I don't know if they are waiting to kick the door in, or if they are trying to block the door and prevent someone from kicking it in, okay? But as you can see, his face is very close to it, and there's Watson behind him with his gun at the ready. Now, I want you to look at these two cards. There's Watson in the background. So what this tells me is that there is someone very close to whomever this person is that this reading is speaking about, that has kind of been with them through thick and thin, so to speak. And this person says, okay, well, I have your back. Whatever you decide to do, since you don't know, I got your back. But then suddenly, we have the Ace of Coins. We go from a 2 to an ace. We go from a 7 to a 2 to an ace. As if suddenly there's a new plan. But now he has left behind the person who had his back. Maybe he's out scouting information. Maybe he's out doing reconnaissance. But it's a new way of doing something. Now here comes Mycroft, and he's looking at Mycroft. Mycroft is Sherlock Holmes's brother. Sherlock Holmes even says that he is more brilliant. His brother Mycroft is more brilliant than he is. Mycroft works for the government in this shadowy department of the government. Sometimes he is the government. He wields that kind of power. But yet he's not a very ambitious person. He just uses his power when he needs to. You know, he enjoys the benefits of it, but he really doesn't do anything with it unless he absolutely has to. But he represents the Hermit. And what I'm looking at is that I feel that with this Ace of Coins, this person is either looking or is receiving counsel from someone. But I think it's counsel that nobody knows the person is receiving. Now, the Hermit can also be someone who is taking time to really, really go over whatever it is that they want to do before they move. You see, they have an opportunity to do something, and maybe there's a standstill. The Hermit can represent a freeze, a time of stillness and isolation. This is the time that someone is really, really contemplating what it is they have to do before they do it, before they make a move. But it also is representative of someone, maybe they're speaking to someone who has perhaps been through the same situation before. There's the light, the lamp. Remember, the Hermit goes within, learns what he learns about his situation, but then he's able to come back and tell other people how to do the same thing or whatever it is they need to know. He represents a scholar or a teacher. And then here we have, this is the oddest row here. This King of Cups is looking at this Page of Cups. Okay. What's interesting is we still have someone, there's someone shadowy in the background. Okay. So we can assume that this King of Cups here has either gone to the authorities, okay, or is in a situation where they may be working with someone in that has a position of authority or some legal issue. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's a legal issue here. Now, what's interesting is this card is about this particular woman. There was a case where the man was a thief and this was his lover, his accomplice, and the police showed up to arrest the guy, and the lady, his accomplice, faints so that he can get away. But as you can see, the King of Cups is looking at that. So in other words, it's like, I'm going to, you know that old saying, give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. They've already notified somebody, okay? They've already, and they're watching and they're waiting. And we know that whatever's being done is a fake. We know that it's not real. We know that this is someone buying time, that it falls underneath this 7. I don't know if you can see those. Let me put them side by side. You see? I don't know if you can see that. This is a feint and this is a feint. So it's kind of like chess. Somebody's being smoked out. They're already discovered. I don't think they know that yet. Why? Because they're unconscious or pretending to be. But as you can see, he's even smirking, kind of laughing as they see this person pretending to be, I don't know, ill, weak, but it's all an act. Now, this 4 of coins, I think the cards that stand out the most to me are these 2 cards in the center here. This 4 of coins. Now, this card can be someone who's really only concerned with their finances. But it can also, to me, it speaks to a distraction. And that's kind of what this says. In one respect, and it falls underneath this 2. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, the 2. So I'm just going to do what I normally do. Okay. And I don't feel that this is really a distraction, that the person is trying to distract themselves so they're not looking at the situation. I think they're well aware of whatever the situation is. And I do feel the person's been burned in some aspect. And maybe this is the fallout part of it here. The 7 of coins, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. And we know that the Knight of Cups is kind of a squirrely character in the sense that he may step forward and he may not. So again, it speaks to some type of hesitancy. So I'm just going to do whatever it is that I do because I'm not exactly sure what to do now, which may be why the person has either paused or they're seeking counsel. But I feel that they're seeking counsel secretly. They're not, nobody knows what's going on. It kind of reads like it's 2 or 3 different situations all going on at the same time. What I find most interesting is this 10 of Swords above this 10 of Cups. The 10 of Swords simply says it's, you know, this is a situation, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. These are 10, so this tells me that this is about to change. There's a change that's coming. This is somebody who, or what the situation represents to them is the last stand. and they are ready to defend that which they feel is most precious to them. Okay? Now, this could be about a child. There is only one kid per se in this. This is a kid. He's a street urchin, but we're talking about two different types of energies here. Okay? This is a child in a home, or this represents something precious within the home, something that means more than money. Okay? Whatever this thing is, it has brought about the idea or the opportunity to move forward with focus and determination. Now, if you notice, there's that hint of fire. See the coloring here? And it's all at the top. This represents the wands. It is a 10 of wands. So this is about a new passion and a new direction and a new ambition. And someone who is really determined. They're marshaling all of their forces. And it's like the cards are saying, they don't give a shit how long it's going to take, but they're going to do whatever it is they need to do. The reason why I say that I feel that they're seeking counsel in secret is because of this card. It's a secret mail drop. Can you see? The guy is walking and he's got his hand behind his back and he's dropping the letter into the kid's pot, hat, whatever that is. Pot. The kid is like a beggar. Okay, but Sherlock Holmes used these kind of people. That's how he got his information off the streets, you know. This person, whomever this hermit represents, I think is going to either give him the information that he needs. This could even be, because it's a detective, it could be someone who has someone else under investigation. This could be someone being under investigation. It reads like a not only a business deal because of the amount of coins. There's money involved here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins cards. 1, 2, 3 cup cards. So there is some emotion invested in this, and there is, I would feel with this 10 of cups falling kind of here in the center, it's only 6 cards and not 7, but it's kind of falling in the center, this 10 of swords and this 10 of cups. This to me represents some extreme disappointment, but also someone who I think has reached the end of their rope, perhaps in some type of in terms of something surrounding the home. It could be that there's a deal that's going to allow an individual to, I don't know, regain this 10. You know, these 4 cards, it ends with the giant rat of Sumatra. So I'm going to use, these cards have told me that they want me to clarify with the Indo-Venas. So what we're going to look at, because this is something really shadowy right here. There's can you see the way that looks? I don't know if you can. This camera's so crappy. But can you see the way that looks? It's the 10 of wands, somebody caught up in a huge conflagration. Then we see somebody sneaking out of the scene and they're being smoked out. Now we see somebody who's kind of watching from afar about what's going on, but there's a shadowy figure behind him. And then we have this person who's pretending to be, I don't know, helpless in some way, a victim in some way, ill in some way. I'm going to take a look at these 4 cards with the Endovenas. I'm going to break this up into 3. We'll look at this as past, present, and future. The 4 cards. Whatever this is and whomever this is speaking about, and you know, it could be that this is a water sign individual. He's the only king that has presented himself, and he's backed up by the Knight of Cups. This could be him sending someone out to gauge the situation, and he's waiting and he's watching. You know, it's almost like the cards say one person leaves the scene kind of shadowy and the other person pretends that they don't know what the hell's going on. And the whole time he's watching. He's just watching it play out. But he doesn't know what he's to do about it at present. He's not sure. And to me, this 4 of coins is, you know, he's doing business with some shadowy kind of guy there himself. So again, it could be, like I said, that he may, I don't know. They're definitely telling me something. Let's see if we can clarify these 4 cards here of the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Coins, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. This conflagration and smoking out of hidden things and people. Well, what do you know? Isn't that interesting? The 3 cards are infantilism, the flatterer, and the quarrel. Now, infantilism, someone who's been very childish or behaving in a childish manner, or perhaps may have naively gotten themselves involved with someone who flattered their ego. But guess what? The jig is up. Even though the person doesn't know what they're going to do with this 2 of coins here, they're prepared to defend because they can't go on in this being on the fence, so to speak. And maybe this 4 of coins is simply about them protecting and saving their resources, planning, trying to maintain some semblance of stability, because that's what the 4s represent. There are 3 10s here. So whatever, there's a lot of change around this. It is this 10 of Cups, and I'm going to pull Sibilas on that. I'm going to lay 3 Endovenas on this and the swords are observations, thoughts, what's evident to the eye, or belief systems. Someone going through a change in beliefs because they can no longer tolerate whatever this 10 of Swords is speaking about. That's rock bottom. It's closure. I can't defend it Yes, that's why I can't figure out whether or not the card, whether they're about to kick the door open in or whether they're waiting for the door to be kicked in, because the message is I can't defend this any longer, but neither will I put up with it any longer. Okay? A dark-haired man. Displeasure. Impediment. Something's at a standstill. And it has to do with the dark-haired man. Now, I don't know if this dark-haired man is the person that's slinking off, or the shadowy person in the background, or the reason why there's a bunch of, it starts out with this huge conflagration. But at the same time, I'm looking at the two, Watson having his back here, and then suddenly he's all alone over here. He's receiving new counsel. So it could be that in this, like I said, it's sort of like a business deal gone bad, but there's other things underneath it. Like whatever this deal is, it encompasses everything. It's something big, whatever it is. It's something big. And maybe this person is the one who's done the betrayal, or who's acting all shady, or who's been doing something behind their back. Okay? And so now the person who feels betrayed or has suddenly having the smoke cleared from their eyes. See, they're blocked at the moment. And there's some displeasure about that. And it definitely has to do with this dark-haired man. The implication being that the person who had his back before, and maybe this is who it is. Maybe he's been making a side deal. Okay? Maybe he's been making side deals or doing something else that he shouldn't be doing. But it also speaks to the individual that it's speaking about, that he's just kind of going through the motions right now. But you see, his back is to this Ten of Cups, as if the cards are saying he doesn't kind of have time for this, but he's also kind of blocking. In other words, it's like a protective motion. We see that he's ready to defend whatever that is, okay? Come hell or high water. Now, let's take a look at the last set of 4 cards. The Ace of Coins, the Hermit, the Chariot, and the Page of Coins. It's an ace and a page. Movement starts before the message comes, but the message is coming from this individual. The person themselves are weighing up the odds, but there's definitely some counsel going on, I feel, behind the scenes. Whoa. Well, isn't that something? Fear. There's fear. This is fright. That's the name of the card. Now we can look at it as death, right? Death brings endings, but it also brings a transformation of a situation. And maybe that's what the fear is all about, is what's going to occur, or how am I going to do this? But we can see someone is bound, and here is love. And then we have a reconciliation. Now, we can see that some kind of fight is impeding or stopping some type of reconciliation. So as I was saying, it is two separate situations at one time. Where are the Sabilas? And one thing is directly tied to the other. Now, this giant rat of Sumatra, he has no meaning. He's a wild card. But what do we know about rats? Well, rats can be insidious, hard to get rid of. Vermin, they have disease and pestilence. Um, they can set up house. They can go wherever they choose to go, but they kind of do it in secret. But the flip side of that is that rats are very smart. They're very industrious. Um, they are very clever. Um, and again, they move in secret. Now, what I find interesting is that it's the imagery of the rat. Is he screaming because he's screaming for help, or is he screaming because he's trapped? I don't know if you've ever caught a rat in a trap. If it doesn't kill him, they squeak, they squeal, they holler. Okay, his other buddies is not gonna come help him because they know, ooh, I could get snapped. They're smart, but at the same time, he's on the outside of a ship. You see that huge chain there? He's in a shipyard. So in one respect, I kind of get the sense that this has something, it may have something to do with a business deal where something is being brought in, something's across the ocean, it's coming from a distance, and there could be something wrong with the shipment itself. There could be trouble with customs. There could be trouble with, but then it's a rat. It's a rat. Let's pull Sabila's on this 10 of Cups. And then I'm going to pull Endovenus on this giant rat of Sumatra. Well, rats are wily creatures. It kind of speaks here, this future tense, that there's going to be some kind of reconciliation, but yet there's something about it, though. I can't quite put my finger on what it is, because this is not the death card, it's the fright card. Even though the imagery says it's a death, it's a fright, a fear. It's a fear of something. Lamika. Well, that goes well with the 10 of coins. 10 of cups. A relationship of trust. A friend of some sort. The Il Nemico. Remember, I keep telling you, it's, there's a betrayal here of some sort. The Donati. Now, it's not just about money. It is about security, falling on that 10 of cups. That is being secure in the knowledge that you have everything that you need to have the kind of life that you want. And if there are children involved, which I do feel that for some, whomever this is, there is a child involved in this. And it is about the security that you choose to pass on. It's almost like the 10 of cups, but not quite. And it's saying two things to me, these three cards, that there is a past relationship, okay? One of trust. Well, now somebody's been behaving badly. Somebody's been acting in secret, okay? And it does have to do with money in one respect, But it also kind of speaks to the fact that there is an enemy that is preventing another type of, that's why we have the reconciliation here. There's some type of relationship of trust that's secure, but there's somebody in the middle. There's somebody in the middle that's preventing this from going forward. And maybe here the fear is that it won't happen. So just out of curiosity, because I don't even know how to interpret this giant rat. They didn't even give me no meaning in the book. It's like, he don't have no meaning. I'm like, how the hell? Because I don't, the chain, the person, the chain speaks to obligations, responsibilities, things that are anchored, that are tied. And maybe the rat is screaming in frustration because he can't break free. But that doesn't fit the imagery. It's like he's just standing there hanging on to the chain. Maybe this is somebody who's just trying to hang on right now. But still screaming in frustration. You know, this could be really with the Mercury retrograde, this, maybe things haven't turned out the way that the person has wanted, but there's definitely somebody working against them. And I think maybe they're now starting to see that in one respect. And it almost reads like it's a couple of people, a female and a male. That's what these two cards say. It's two people. And not that they're working together in tandem, but maybe that the situation is culminated where both of the deception from both sides is just now revealing itself, or just now becoming clear. Quite interesting. Let's pull the cards on the giant rat. The country house. Maybe a second home. Success. And the lawyer. Well, remember I said there's a legal issue here, but it has not come. And at the bottom, delay. That's the card. Delay. Because there's people doing things behind their back, but the person that this most concerns, I think it's just perhaps now coming to realize that, and maybe now they're in a situation where they're having to take the law, they're having to go to the law, and they've been gathering their evidence and biding their time. That's what I have for you, travelers. I hope that message helped you. I don't know if this resonates with anybody. This was quite dramatic. I like these cards. So that's it. Until next time. Namaste.